In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create an Intarsia wooden art by using Blender. We'll be using 4 sets of PBR images. Let's create a preview mesh by using a UV sphere. R, X, and 90 to rotate the mesh 90 degrees on the X axis. Ctrl 3 to subdivide. Right-click and shade smooth. Shift D to duplicate. Please hold Ctrl to snap to the grid while moving the duplicated meshes. Select the main node, and press Ctrl, Shift, and T together to add the PBR texture images. To use the Ctrl, Shift, T feature, we need to activate an add-on called the node Wrangler. I'll share the download links in the description below. Let's rename the materials. I'll select them and type H to hide them for now. Let's import a SVG file. I'll share the download link in the description below. S to scale. G to move. In order to only keep the outlines, we must convert this curve to mesh, mesh to curve, and curve to mesh. I found this method myself. The last conversion is needed, because it's much easier to work with the vertices. Once we convert the curve to mesh, then we'll only have the SVG's outlines. Let's Alt and Shift select them to remove them. I'll create a ground plane. Let's assign a material. This is how we switch between available materials. Let's select the outline, and type G and Z to move it upward. In order to have the best knife project result, we should subdivide the target plane mesh 100 times. I selected the mesh, tab, to go to edit mode, right-click and typed S to subdivide it 100 times like this. Let's select the outline, and Shift select the plane. It's time to knife project the outline to the target mesh. After knife projecting, please check the result thoroughly. If something had gone wrong, move the outline a bit and try again. Ctrl G to assign the selected vertices to a new vertex group. I'll remove the original outline. The vertex group is needed, so we can select the projected mesh easily in the future. For example, it will take too long to select the projected vertices like this. Once we have the vertex group created with Ctrl+G, then we can just select the group of vertices easily like this at any time. Let's press Shift+A to create a mesh circle. If you don't see that in the menu, please activate an add-on called Extra Objects. S to scale and G to move. We'll need to duplicate the circle a few more times, and group them as the knife project source mesh. Shift-select the mesh circles, and Ctrl+J to join them. Let's move it up a bit, and knife project. I'll remove the source mesh. This is the most time-consuming part. We need to select the parts separately and assign new materials. Let's select them by using the vertex group and update the group with the newly projected vertices. I'm using the Circle Select tool, after pressing C to activate it. Left-click will select, and the middle-click will deselect. Ctrl+G to update the Activate Vertex group with new vertices. Type 3 to face select. While the faces are selected, press Ctrl+I, as in India to invert the selection and H to hide for now. Pressing Alt+H will bring back all the hidden items later. C to circle select, and mouse wheel up to expand the selection. We can always remove the Circle Select tool by right-clicking. Looks like some faces were projected incorrectly. Let's just select and remove them. Once we have the correct faces selected, then we can add a new material and choose one of the materials we've added. Please click the Assign button to assign a new material to the selection. I'll time compress the rest of the selection and material assigning work. It's all done. To make the wooden art more interesting, we can add more circles and knife project them. The knife project source mesh can be any other shapes. Let's set up the render scene and apply the lighting. I'll disable the environment light, and just use a single light source. Let's try the area light. S and X to scale in the X axis, and S and Y to scale in the Y axis. Let's move and rotate the area light, so that it would shine the mesh correctly. After this, I'll show you how to use a point light to light the scene. Let's turn off Use Nodes under Compositing. I'll also use 32 samples to render. I forgot to hide the material spheres in render. Let's hide them. This was the area light result. Let's remove the area light. I'll show you why I didn't use the sky texture as usual. For a wooden art scene like this, the sky texture would not be the best choice of light to use, because it shines the entire scene, and we'll lose the realism in the final render image. For a scene like this, it's best to keep a gradual brightness and the darkness setting, after completely turning off the environment light. Area lights or point lights can be used to create the light illusion that we were looking for like this. I think I lowered the roughness setting too much. Let's also use the nodes under compositing and correct the roughness. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching.